very shortly.
Yep, Summit Hardpoint, of course, this was a map in which GodLike have played this multiple times against top teams, not just here, but at CDSI, and they have not been very successful of it. So it's an intriguing pick for the battleground against XROCK, but let's be honest, is there actually a good battleground that you could have against a monster team like XROCK? But never count out a roster like GodLike. They're going to be going into this one looking for some early P1 control, Tom. We always talk about the fact that early P1 control sometimes kind of catch teams off guard.
It can. You can see teams pick up 20 to 30 in this one, absolutely no problem. That's what GodLike are trying to do, and with Trunks finding two just like that, it's going to help things along the line. Found the third kill off cam as well. But for XROCK coming into this, they didn't know what to expect. They had such a comfortable day yesterday, but some would argue that maybe too comfortable of a day hasn't set them up for a high level of competition.
Yeah, I think they're still going to be ready for, ultimately, right? They're not going to come in underestimating GodLike here. They're not going to be underestimating, I think, anybody left alive in this competition. Everybody is playing at the highest level of Call of Duty Mobile here, and GodLike, absolutely one of those names to still be concerned about. Off the start of this one, though, GodLike looking better off the back of P1. I've got a feeling that XROCK might be able to grab this last few seconds of time, unless those kills do start to come through from GodLike. They're definitely trying for it too, and just looking for the last couple of kills here inside. Oh, but it is going to be XROCK that should be touching it towards it.
Yeah, having a look towards those final few kills that came through towards the end of P1. A lot of them going over towards those P3 spawns. A slight one's come in here through Neutrino. Now he's going to be looking to try and get some control of this as early as he possibly can for the side of GodLike, as P2 is ongoing. XROCK picking up time. It's all about the battle for spawns, which GodLike right now are winning.
Yeah, sure. GodLike in control of those spawns, but they can't really afford to give this time away towards XROCK, so they're going to hit this over and over again. Flanking plate coming through from Prevail here. What can they deliver while the rest of the team make their way through the front of this hardpoint? Prevail is actually going to pick a one gunfight here, turns the attention of XROCK towards that backline. Is it good enough for GodLike to get in through the front? No, we'll find three. So the answer is no.
There's four. There's five. Just does it all on his own. The equalizer's been popped quite early here from No. Happy to lock down some time here. I think they know they didn't have the spawns. They might have them now. It's a bit of a split for both these two teams. You can see there's one player coming in around the flank with P3 popping in 10. It's going to be there for XROCK. He's playing so patiently. It's going to be about these gunfights, but inside of the point, it's going to go the way of GodLike. They'll pick up the scrap time. But there is an enemy behind lines right now in terms of where the spawns are for GodLike. They think they've got it clean. XROCK have got somebody behind them.
Yep, Sueno needs to win this gunfight, and he does. He takes Neutrino down. That's going to up the urgency for Learn, who has already activated the Sparrow inside this hard point. He's already finding kills, spamming the Sparrow for a couple of kills. Is that good enough to get GodLike in?
Flipped it. They managed to get the way through, so GodLike are going to have to come through the front door. Something they were working on pretty much from the word go over towards P2. War Machine's out on either side of things, and they are pretty much having the battle down ice. It's actually going to be on the side of Rua. They won't manage to get a hold of that, and still control here for XROCK. It shows even though, like, you know, we're thinking about P2, you're thinking about it early doors when you want to get that P3 rotation. They did it with one player towards the back. You've got to give a lot of a shout out to Sunuo. Managing to find that kill, picks up that time, and he's a big reason as why XROCK are picking up so much time here at P3.
Yeah, and we've always had that conversation, right, about kind of the investment here on P3, right? XROCK went into this with 5 operators ready to go. They've used 4 of the 5 available. Mars, the only one who has not utilized their operator, and it's delivered a basically full 60 hold off the back of that kill. So XROCK, comfortable lead here, going in towards the next hard point. GodLike, though, they are the ones in control. QNM now with the Purifier. What damage can they do? Already 1 kill. More kills being made from the rest of the team. Now having to go to the R9, almost gets that gunfight. So keeping the hopes and dreams of a GodLike hold alive, but B's now picking up that gunfight, removing 2-1M from the point. That's the investment in the core to make sure they get hold.
That's a bit of a tight setup, though. They're very, very close. Big kills going to be found towards the backside, and plenty more following up with it for GodLike here. Investing quite a bit, but after that decent time from XROCK in the previous hill, GodLike have to answer back in some sort of way. And they trying to find a way through. Gravity Vortex gun, nail everything else working in his favor. They managed to find a way through. 30 seconds still to play for here. GodLike close spawns, but it was momentarily XROCK inside the point, and still is as they find the kills towards the front as well.
Yeah, now they flip the spawns out for the back 25 seconds as well. If you're a GodLike, you can't really afford to not hit this time, so you will do so, but I don't think you're even really going to get close. XROCK are watching every single line of sight at the moment. One player attempting to slip by here. Learn, not going to happen. Not when XROCK are doing XROCK things here in map number 1. This lead is starting to get a little bit out of hand at the start of this game, Ton.
Yeah, looking over towards their previous matchup at CDSI. It was a 250 to 157 win for XROCK, and they are pretty much on for that kind of scoreline right now. That P3 rotation was really what was impressive, and the fact that, for me, when you go over towards P4, you limit the side of GodLike to so little in comparison to what they could have had a hold of. It felt like the spawns were with them the majority of the time, but XROCK through the front door is what seems to be working out right now. Having a looking over towards the kills for both these two teams, it is No leading, and of course already bringing in the equalizers over towards P1. They know there is good time up for off here.
Yeah, XROCK now going to invest here as well. War Machine and equalizers into the play. We saw No was capable of these earlier on. How many more kills can he get? Couple easy pickings for No. There it is. XROCK getting all the kills around the hard point, but there are players inside to be aware of. Trunks one of them. They will get taken out of the equation. Bees still trying to be annoyance here as well. No on the hunt for that gunfight, and they will get it. XROCK, I mean, you're comfortable with not necessarily getting this time. You are making GodLike feel so frustrated at the moment. You're being so annoying.
You're being competitive over towards P1, and you've got those spawn sides that you really want to keep a hold of over the next 2 minutes. Everything coming up XROCK right now, but GodLike have managed to find a way through for the final few seconds. It is a minute amount of scrap time, but still getting themselves back onto the board is important. As far as operators go, 2 on either side of things to be used to try and get some good time here at P2. I think if you GodLike, last time around you lost the spawn, you didn't get a great amount of time. You need to make sure you do 1 of 2 here as we head in towards P2.
GodLike just need a full 60. They need something. They need Neutrino to get some kills here with the War Machine. They need the kills, and they're going to find a Neutrino for 3. Surely not number 4 Neutrino. Clearing house here on P3 or P2, and GodLike Esports now in control of this hard point, but they have to flip these spawns sooner rather than later, and you can start to see them getting favorable positions to do that.
But you could say that all those kills come through for Neutrino, but what if they actually managed to get a hold of? Well, they've actually now managed to flip the spawns. They pushed through with the pressure that they had, and now are missing. Trunks hits his 20th of the game. GodLike getting some good time here. Over towards P2, P3 spawns are looking good as well.
This is the path back into this game. You are currently 60 points down. You get this scrap time, you go over towards New, and you get that full 60. Hold your operators for it as well. You've currently got 3 ready to go, but there's one player being a little nuisance in the middle of the map. Sunuo is trying to be sneaky-like. How much damage can you do?
Same guy as last time. He managed to find a breakthrough, managed to get those spawns for the side of XROCK. Oh, GodLike going to fold under this pressure once more. Oh, can they hold on to it? Suono is going to make the move in from behind, but the rest of their team, well, they're already dead because the Sparrow is out. No can find one, but everybody else dies. GodLike, hold on.
Initial hold is good. There goes one operator from GodLike. They've still got 1 ready to go. Bees now just going to pre-fire with the claw around the front. This is going to guarantee at least 10 to 15 seconds of time just by nature of how good this claw actually is. And nobody from XROCK can get close now. Next is going to be Prevail here with the equalizers. GodLike is doing incredible work at the moment. They wanted to come back in towards this game. Feels like time. That's exactly what they've done.
25 seconds to go on P3. They've controlled it the majority. Can they control it for the full 60? XROCK are not going to let that happen, surely. They're finding a couple of kills. They're trying to keep that pressure on. They really want to keep GodLike spawning towards this backside, and they are doing that now, but they can't find the kills as Prevail will walk on through. Say, thank you very much, I'll have 2. Is the 3rd on the table? Absolutely it is. He finds it. That's the hold that GodLike needed to get them back into the game. 4 kills from Prevail. XROCK walk away licking their wounds.
Yeah, they've just had a player spawn out as well, so there's an opportunity here for GodLike to immediately break on towards New. They have the numbers to make this one work. GODM, though, will be taking a bees out on the redirect towards the hard point. Here they go. GodLike facing down Sunuo inside, who's going to invest the claw to ensure early control over this hard point is going to be XROCK. This is the right investment for me. They need to make sure they hold on towards these spawns, but GodLike, they're finding kills.
They're keeping hold of the spawns, but things are very chaotic over towards the front side. Trunks will find Tron M as well with the Purifier out. So that's going to give you a bit of control over towards Ice. Here comes the pressure now from GodLike.
XROCK winning all the gunfights though. QNM and No combined for at least 4. XROCK, they are wiping GodLike off the face of the earth. One player still trying to influence spawns here for a massive back 25 seconds. QNM just keeping an eye on this entrance. There's no way players can get through, so those players in the backline have to go now. The spawns have now been influenced. I don't think XROCK are quite ready for it, but does it really even matter? Trunks is inside with the Purifier. Can only find one. GodLike off the back of that might be able to get the last 10 seconds of time, but XROCK, they're being so annoying.
And this could actually be decent time for GodLike, because XROCK looked in complete control there for a certain amount of time. GodLike will just etch that down a little. We are going to be heading into the 3rd rotation. GodLike are closer than they were after the 1st. That big hold over towards P3 is the story of that rotation. XROCK did a good job over towards P4 though to re-establish a decent gap. But GodLike are well and truly into this game. XROCK into break 200. GodLike trying to do their best in and around P1. We've seen XROCK just frustrate them last time we were here. Can they do the same again?
GodLike have to be annoying here. They have to pick up all of the gunfights as much as humanly possible. Predator Missile not going to get invested for Roxy, so at the very least you're going to get that out before a potential rotation towards New, but the gunfight's going in favor of GodLike here. They sweep XROCK.
They managed to do it. Pushing in over towards the ice side as well. They're trying to get some sort of control for that P3 flip, but when things start to get chaotic like this, when the game starts to get close, you stop thinking about those kind of moments where you need to be thinking ahead. You start to think about the here and now, and the here and now. Prevail did have the equalizers out. Doesn't find a great deal from it. Tron and Co just trying to fight their way over towards P2. It is broken 200 if you are XROCK, but GodLike, they've caught up, if anything, off that P1, which still has a few seconds to go. XROCK will find a little bit more value from that point, but it's all about the rotation now coming on through over towards P2. It is a 30-point game.
Massive kill just made by Neutrino as well. Does he get the second? No, he does not there. So big gunfight for Roxy. That's going to get the spawns for XROCK for the rotation towards P3, but there's still a wealth of time on P2 to fight for. GodLike will invest in for it. Abiz with the claw on the other side. Roxy's got the war machine ready to go. What can Abiz get done here? Pre-firing. Big 1v1, and Roxy's going to win it. So that's going to be the war machine over the claw. XROCK now on the assault.
XROCK in a really good position now for this one, but they lose 3 gunfights. GodLike get themselves into control. We thought if there was a route for GodLike into this game, it was going to be Hardpoint. They are making a game of it here over towards Summit. XROCK in control, but a lot of investment coming in from both teams. Neutrino will find 3 with 1 bullet of the war machine, but it's No with the equalizer, who just about gets a solidity for XROCK. GodLike need to find a way through. They need to be thinking about spawns. Backs against the wall.
Yeah, split spawns came in there for XROCK, so that's how they're able to get through. No surprises GodLike. Now he's guiding them more. No, my God. XROCK now looking for the last 15 seconds of time. GodLike esports now going to be looking for that rotation. XROCK can't get it done here.
XROCK can't get it done here. You are absolutely right, but GodLike got the spawns off the back of those kills that came through. The splits do not work out in XROCK's favor. And what happened last time that we went to P3, GodLike found a nearly full 60. They're going to need to be as flawless again. XROCK only 7 points away.
Yeah, but they don't have the same kind of utility this time around, right? They just utilized their one operator they had. That's the Sparrow, and it's gone. So GodLike now have to get it done with the weaponry. Here comes the spawn flip.
Can they manage to try and find the way through? The spawn flip is going to be there. The kills are going to be there for XROCK as well. GodLike held on so well last time around at P3, but they fold under the pressure. 250 to 201. GodLike made it a game. Iron range that doesn't necessarily favor them, but have they got it in them? Absolutely.
Yeah, you were talking about Sunuo in the last game. Watch out for him here on firing range. He's going to be sniping the hell out of GodLike, trying to get those entry kills. Him versus Abiz, I think, is probably going to be the biggest story going in towards this one. Mara on the other side, though, inside American at the moment, just trying to provide some coverage over A, because that looks like the site of attack for GodLike here, or off the start of this game. If Fail can get this 1 kill against Chuan, that would be everything, but Fail's not certain about it. Now having to find an escape route.
I like this from Prevail, though. Shows that he didn't like that gunfight, just advances forward. They wouldn't have expected that because he was a little bit weak. He moves forward, finds 1. Does eventually get taken down, but that was a lot of pressure that would have been pushed over towards the XROCK side. Now a bit of a switch up here from the side of GodLike. We're going to try and maybe make a move, but look at this pressure that's now just immediately come in from No. He's going to be in a hellish position for the rest of the team to maybe do something. Sunoa actually pushed up towards the woods side. So there is somebody very, very close who's going to cause issue, who is potentially going to get caught out himself. But the map is split in a weird way here, Brody, but a lot of pressure from XROCK.
Yeah, XROCK with this mid-map control, I think, is the biggest issue right now here for GodLike. Sinuo keeping an eye on the cross. I think he will have just seen Abiz run towards B. He's certainly going to see the rest, and he's certainly going to be able to kill against Learn as well. Makes things all the more awkward now for GodLike. You're not only in a 2 versus 3, but you know that XROCK have the knowledge of where you're going.
Tough situation. The grenade will be well placed, as will that bullet. Abiz gets taken down. That's 3 in the round now from Sunuo. No has followed up as well, but the Tundras are singing right now for XROCK. Just put themselves in the right position. It's nothing too flashy. But if you're Neutrino, you are going to get an opportunity here. That bomb's going to go down, but I can imagine you're going to get collapsed on pretty quickly. It would take some sort of 1 versus 3 to pull off the round number 1 win.
I thought for a second there he was going to make a wrap around the middle of the map, but no. Neutrino. Now looking for it. Has he just found the perfect timing in behind enemy lines? You need better shots than that, though. He's going to find the first kill against Sunuo. No immediate trade. Neutrino might be able to hit the regen here with some good timing. Even finds a second kill, but Roxy's going to take them down. 1 versus 3 denied.
Got a little bit scary for XROCK there for a second. He got some good timing as he pushes around the back of the B side, but I think if he hits those shots a little bit crispier on that first gunfight, he's got an even better opportunity. But either way, XROCK will find the win. I think they would have liked it to be a little bit cleaner in that 3 versus 1, but you take the scoreline at the top of your screens as the most important factor. Doesn't matter which way you get it. Over towards it, we go. Again, just reads Abiz. He's got their number and learns trying to survive. Get away from A, my God. Chuan M going to run down the middle of the map. He will find 1, not the second. Trunks will be able to answer back, but momentarily he's left all on his own in a 1 versus 4. Different look from XROCK. They get aggressive and they punish GodLike.
If you guys want to look up the dictionary definition of the word sniper rifle, you might find a picture of Sinuan where Trunks now 1 versus 4, has to find the perfect route through the middle of the map here. Not only to pick up these kills, but to actually grab the bomb as well. Things just so awkward. Might be able to find Nono right in front of him. He gets the timing, there it is, finds that kill. Does he escape in towards the line of sight of another player? No, he's actually picked the perfect route to get away.
He's done well to get the kill and get out, but there's a big problem right now. No bomb in the back pocket, no information. But XROCK haven't got a clue either. Trunk's making his way around, just trying to find a little bit of information where he can, but like ships in the night, they have passed each other. And this has become from an impossible situation for Trunks to semi-plausible here, Brody.
Yeah, I feel like if you get this bomb down, which of course I think is the precursor to any kind of 1 versus 4 scenario, you have to be fast about getting a follow-up gunfight. And I think he's been too slow about that decision because he's going to have Mark raining down upon him sooner rather than later. Or maybe not. Trunks still not sure about this one. You don't actually have a lot of time to make a decision. He's trying to check all the different corners in which a player could be located. Has just spotted out Sunuo, but again, the shot's not exactly crispy. And now Sunuo will just get away, play their life. Trunks will try to get this bomb down, but I think there's no chance.
He'll try for it. Even if he does, it will be diffused, and the kill will come through either way. XROCK very patient there, in fairness to them, because I think there would be so much of the fact that you find all those kills early does, you start just sprinting around together to try and find out, but as soon as they don't have that information on the last player, they take their time. Right decision made to XROCK. A shocking at the beginning of the round is really what won it for them, but good job either way. He's looking for a shot here to try and answer back to what has been some phenomenal Tundra play from the side of XROCK. Hasn't been able to quite get things going in this series, and he was somebody we did highlight from the side of GodLike, who has been a huge catalyst to everything good they've been doing. Hasn't really got himself going here on Saturday.
XROCK just looking so much better right now. They're shutting down the key players on GodLike. And GodLike, I mean, they just look so concerned about moving forward, right? They really want some kind of first blood before doing something, and once again, they've lost it. Prevail going down by the hand of, would you guess it, Sunuo. And GodLike now in this effort just continuing to be bullied by Sunuo.
It's such a factor having a sniper player who is doing this to you on firing range. It's so difficult to get away from him. He just seems to know where everybody is. It's a little bit of bad timing there. He may well get pushed by Learn. Actually, it doesn't bloody matter because he's just not missing bullets. Learn will walk into the cursor. And now all of a sudden, Trunks and the Bees left all on their own. It has not been a fun time on firing range so far. Still time for GodLike to try and turn this round around. Maybe it becomes just a little bit more difficult. They are being pegged back and beaten to a pulp. 3-0 now to XROCK.
Yeah, it's just the mid-map pressure here from GodLike. It's insane, right? You win that first blood, and it's just like XROCK have GodLike, excuse me, have nowhere to go. XROCK win that first blood, and the mid-map pressure is just insane. GodLike need to do something, and it needs to be a different look, I think, here on the offense. Something aggressive, and here we go. Through the middle of the map, they're going to do exactly that, but they're not winning the gunfight. It's 3 consecutive fights in favor of XROCK here. Now make it 4, as once again, the wallbang comes through from Sunuo. Neutrino 1 versus 5. Have this fun with this one, buddy.
An absolute bloodbath so far here in the Search and Destroy. Always the tough ones to get a cast over because you just don't know where the route back in for GodLike is. Is it potentially with a 1 versus 5? Well, it'd be some way to start the comeback. But even with Neutrino and his ability, his talent, it's just a step too far, surely. The shot's starting to come through. It's another dominant round from XROCK, 4 to the good.
It's just every single time. I mean, GodLike even did try something different at the start of that round, right? I mean, for the most part, the looks have been mostly the same through the first 3 rounds. They try to go aggressive through number 4, and it's those kind of plays where you do kind of throw a curveball and it doesn't work that really does demoralize you. XROCK in commanding control of this game. And now GodLike back to playing somewhat scared, but they've got 1 player through towards an advanced position. If Trunks can find a frag, that'll open things up for GodLike.
It's felt like bad starts to the round have happened, but that grenade just comes from the sky and wipes Trunks out. Bees will eventually get the better of Sunuo, but I mean, 4 versus 4, it's just players like that that are just going to hurt you so much. But there we go, we find another one if we all learn, and we are now into this round. GodLike will get this bomb down, and XROCK are nowhere near.
Yep. So you'll have to spend some time now looking for the retake here. What path do they take? Prevail, trying to be patient, but it's not going to work. Big read from NoNo. And now these guys will be on their way. Did Prevail make the communication that there's not just one, but two players on the way? Does not matter because Neutrino not able to get down sites fast enough. NoNo's going to take them out. Now numbers here for XROCK.
23 seconds. XROCK trying to make this work. If you are GodLike, you need to try and stay alive. There's one gone. They know exactly where he is. They hunt them all down. You get the first bloods, you get the advantage, you get the bomb down. It just does not matter. XROCK are dominating GodLike here in the search and destroy.
And the thing is, right, fundamentally, GodLike are doing everything right. The way they played that post-plan setup is perfect, right? You know that XROCK have players over towards B still. You know they don't have any presence on A. So put yourself in a position where you can catch them off guard. But it doesn't matter whether you've got Neutrino in the position or player Prevail there as well. Does not matter whatsoever.
Well, the Snapdragon performance meter, if it went further than that, then it would be right now for the side of XROCK. They're absolutely frying. And GodLike don't really seem to have an answer. It's now just a 5-man hit over towards A, and like, what, 3 of them are already dead. This is just a walk in the park. Abibs is able to answer back with something to make it now a 3 versus 2. Tron M and Rox1 already dropping down, but no. He can smell him. Neutrino, the next one on the chopping block potentially now for NoNo, but a little dip away. Don't know if he'll have that information that he's crossed. Still so much work to do here if you're GodLike.
And it's even more so now as you've lost the Bees. Wow. Even more so as you lose Neutrino. XROCK are flawless on their defense. And again, GodLike, I mean, they're playing well. They are playing well. They're doing everything right. XROCK are simply outgunning them. Sunuo with 10 kills to his name. It's terrifying. Absolutely. If I go anywhere near Sunuo on this map, I'm running away.
The thing is, you can't run away from him when he's got that scope, right? He's just looking down every single angle he needs to, but he has getting taken down now. Lone gets aggressive in the middle of the map with the Fennec, and that has made the difference. Can GodLike potentially find something now?
Well, they've got numbers around B. Seems to be the site of attack here for XROCK. Roxy is pushed forward towards Wood. Big kill. Trunks would have got that one. That would have made things more difficult. XROCK would have had to go and retrieve the bomb, and push towards B would have been delayed significantly. So now they've made this one a 4 versus 4. I almost feel like that was kind of an unnecessary push from Trunks, to be honest with you. You had map control, you had life advantage, you didn't really need to make that.
I felt like he was in the position to win the gunfight as well, and didn't. GodLike not able to do much here, and Neutrino's just going to get caught trying to just chilling. Now all of a sudden, it is a 3 versus 3. And Beast is able to find NoNo, so a more postured round from GodLike potentially. Beat control is here though for the side of XROCK. One player here to potentially slow this down is going to be Learn. Has some help on the way. Keeping himself nice and tight in that corner. Watching the cross, 33 seconds remaining. Now GodLike will have to hold tight as XROCK starting to move into position. The shots are going to come up, but there comes the flank. Beast will find one on the Tron M, and all of a sudden the gunfight's inside the site start to run on down, but Prevail will find 2, and GodLike will find 1. Let's get themselves around. XROCK 6 to the good.
Yeah, not without trying, I will say, for GodLike. They definitely kind of made a couple of errors there in that round. That could well have been a 7-0 to XROCK. That's the first time, I will say, in the search and destroy, I feel like maybe there were some unforced errors from GodLike. But still, they make it happen. Big plays from Prevail towards the end of that one. XROCK, very different look. Nades, utility galore over the top. Insinuo snipe to take a piece out of the play. That's the big one.
All of a sudden, that site is wide open. 2 players still over towards the B side. If you're GodLike and you need to get yourself over because that bomb is down, Sunuo finds another one. It's just really been the Tundra show from him. 12 in this game. Will he have many opportunities to find many more kills here, because this moment in time, this is looking like an XROCK map. It's going to be a 2 versus 5 needed, make it a 1 versus 5 needed. They brought out absolutely everything. Trunks will be able to find 1. Heroic plays needed with 20 seconds to go, and you're just running into gunfire at every single given moment. 7-1 to XROCK. Domination in the search and destroy. Close map number 1, map number 2 could not. Let's see if they can do it again. Into this one, GodLike need the reverse sweep. XROCK 2 to the good.
All right, let's see. GODLike, what do they look like at the start? I feel like they kind of have to come in very venomous early on in towards this control. So far, so good. They've been enough trade to get themselves on towards A, and of course they are going to go for a bit of a split push here. If they can get that gunfight from a B's on towards Nono on B, that would be big, but no, Nono's going to win that one. So now for GODLike, I think this has to be a much more visual approach towards A.
You've got to find a couple of gunfights. You have to. Because your teammates are starting to get pinned into the spawn. You're starting to lose every single gunfight. You do eventually get one back through Neutrino, but everybody else starts to fall. Len is there to pick up some pieces as well, but the spawn trap now starting to come into fruition potentially here as well, as a Beast can find one. Prevail needs to find something as well and does. So that pressure was feeling a little tight there, but eventually they will fight their way out of it. XROCK do come out better from that opening salvo, but GODLike do survive without too much of a scar, if you want to say that.
Yeah, XROCK, they definitely tried, I think, off the back of that retake to push forward to the spawn trap, but it does not work, fortunately enough for GODLike. Now able to put something together for a push towards B. XROCK, I think, are going to be looking for a flank either through the middle of the map or from behind. For the front, though, no one is actually able to pick up the first gunfight against Prevail, leaving a couple of players isolated on the point here. Neutrino and a Beast, what do you got for us? There goes one. A Beast left alive here. Second tick through, you've got to get on the point. If you're XROCK, you've just lost B. You let a Beast capture it, so an extra 60 seconds, that goes on the board.
I think a lot of them have been focusing on trying to keep the rest of GODLike in their spawn, irrelevant of them getting a hold of that point. They feel the position is strong enough to maybe finish the round. Sanua now going to actually back on down, does have a flank coming on through, so a little bit of variety here potentially. You've got to try and find something here. If you're on the side of Nono, he finds nothing. GODLike have got to route through here. Into the point they go. They already had 2 ticks on this. XROCK backs against the wall. Look for the first time that GODLike could actually draw blood. It seems like they're going to as well. Let's try and make them do something about it. They cannot.
Wow.
And that was nothing. GODLike get the round.
And I think that was the decision, right? You mentioned it, right? The fact that they didn't go straight towards B. They were like, look, we're just going to get ourselves map control for a potential spawn trap. It's a risky play. We always talk about that. If you go for the spawn trap, you have to make sure you get the kills first, and they didn't. So they lose round number 1. Massive offensive victory for GODLike. Again, this is the start of a very long road, a reverse sweep for GODLike. It's a brilliant start at that. Now XROCK here on the offense have decided to full 5-man towards to A. Roxy's going to take himself out of the play, and Joannam's going to go down as well. So XROCK already down in the numbers here for this play.
Still finding a couple of kills. Managed to find something, but Neutrino coming in here with the War Machine is just the worst possible place that you want to be when there's an enemy War Machine ringing on through. Find something, but the kills have mostly been answered by XROCK. Joannam through the front door. Finds the kill on the Neutrino, will push forward. Just gets a bit of bad timing as Prevail was there. But look at this pressure coming in from GODLike over towards B. They're trying to pin them back.
Oh, Trunks. Yeah, Trunks is playing a huge role right now, just kind of distracting XROCK and burning time off the clock. They have to deal with him before they move forward towards either of these 2 points, and that's why they're expending so many resources and doing so. But Trunks is playing his life so well. That's a second kill for him now. Now looking for more. XROCK, again, are wasting so much time doing this. Finally, Trunks is out of the play, but now the rest of GODLike are here. Trunks, that was a brilliant play for you.
Managed to get something going here. Swannon just missing bullets with the Tundra, which we have not seen at all today. Maybe just a little bit nervous now, XROCK. As GODLike try to get themselves back into this game. They do have a route over towards that A side. They've pretty much cleared out their spawn, apart from the side of Prevail. Trunks will find 2, though, before going down. Purify exchanged on either side of things, but continuing to push here. Nono is going to invest the equalizer. They feel like they need to do something. XROCK are trying.
The position is also good here from Nono.
Yeah,
this is it. A is gone, and GODLike know it as well. And I love this kind of call from GODLike, right? I mean, you've lost the point. Just get yourselves on towards B, get yourself in map control, because you're about to face down Nono with equalizers. Well, maybe not.
Minute and 15 seconds to go. Prevail with a huge gunfight onto Nono. Doesn't find the second. Trying to slow them down as GODLike just try to stretch themselves over the B side, but they need to win a couple of gunfights if you're going to get aggressive like this. Nono's surely going to catch Trunks out, and he is. So a little bit of presence now for the side of XROCK over towards B. Backs against the wall for GODLike. Feels like a very similar round to the first, where XROCK have had their backs against the wall and all of a sudden have come into life. It was the same for GODLike in round number 1. They're going to need to find a way back in, but so much investment coming in from XROCK is making it very difficult. 2 ticks already in. GODLike have one final stab at this in round number 2. They've got to make the move now. Neutrino can find 1. Neutrino can find 2. He's just doing it all on his own. Cannot find the 3rd or the 4th, but it's allowed the rest of GODLike to maybe get a route through here. The kill's starting to ring in. They will eventually lock it down. There's the 3rd tick coming through. Not without a little bit of resistance. XROCK will find the second round.
Yeah, just going straight through the meat grinder with GODLike there at the front of the point. Sunuo with the Sparrow. I think he got 3 kills from that one. Roxy, of course, able to finish things off alongside Chuanam as well. And Roxy will finish that round with a Predator missile and a Hunter Killer drone in the back pocket. So that was a brilliant response from XROCK. Credit to GODLike, though. They definitely tried their socks off to stop that from happening. Now, split push from GODLike once again off the rip. It's a 4-1 split. Learn's going to utilize the Sparrow to try and do some carnage over by Winery. Will only be able to find one. So for now, for GODLike, I think it's just going to be retreating back towards B. And you haven't really got that much in the way of resistance right now.
No, and I think that investment in the Sparrow, I kind of twisted my face at it at first, but he's kind of invested that. They're pushing up towards it if he found something great, but the rest of the team already over towards B, so is it a Sparrow for B? Well, okay, you take it if that's the case.
Yeah, and on the flip side of that as well, Roxy just brings out the War Machine there. That's actually probably not the best utilization of the War Machine. Yeah. I think he kind of spammed half of his bullets before he got anywhere near it. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a Hail Mary play, quite literally, but it doesn't really work out for him. So B is now fallen by the wayside. That is an early capture coming through from GODLike, and Roxy now forced to bring the Predator missile into play. Not just for kills in this situation, but I think for information. They need to know where these players are coming from.
Trunks unfortunately falling, as does Learn. So XROCK have had opportunities set up here. They may well want to spread their wings towards that spawn for GODLike, but right now information is still not really there. Beast will find a kill. No, I believe that was on the flank or through the middle of the map. The kills are now being traded. Stripe kill feed, but what can I do here? Not going to be able to find much. Neutrino will find something, though, with the War Machine. These operators have been used so well by GODLike. They found a way through.
Yeah, that War Machine is everything here for Neutrino. Already found one. Firing bullets down range. This is not just getting kills, but it's keeping these guys away. Oh! No way! Sunuo! The collapse there to take a couple of players off the point, but GODLike's still not done just yet. There's still fights. There's still players left to take out of the play, and Bees is trying to do his best impression of a run-up, but it's just not happening. He goes down. First tick, though, through for GODLike. That, I think, is a pretty successful push.
Sunuo has actually not really had a good map whatsoever, but that collat they line up so beautifully for him, and that really allows XROCK to just completely take control of the site once more. 1:20 to go. GODLike are trying to work on something here, and Sunuo knows something is up. He's trying to hold down the flank if he can. One kill here would be an absolute bonus. Neutrino just dips away, but now, of course, he has that R9 in hand. It's Johnny Snipers all over again. That's the second as well. He holds down the spawn. It's so important for your team because GODLike have now invested time and players over towards that flank and got nothing for it.
That is such amazing game sense from Sunuo to get that one done. To recognize that, hey, not just one, but 2 players coming in on the flank and to take those players down before they can cause any trouble is everything. And now XROCK back in towards the point. Rock solid defense so far. 45 seconds on the clock. Mar is even peeking himself out of the point. Pick up all the gunfights with the R9. XROCK being so frustrating now. Annihilator ready to go from Mar. How much more damage can he do?
Just wants to put a final nail in the coffin, but he gets taken down almost immediately. So GODLike potentially have a route through here. Chuanam will find one. And XROCK just about holding on, but Trunks will find something of his own. You can see operators ringing through for the side of XROCK. No, though, just puts the final nail in. There's 3 with the equalizer. Here comes number 4 as well. Prevail the next on the chopping block. Runaway Sun. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, okay, he's got 2 SMGs. We'll just punch him in the face. A potential route in for GODLike. One last roll of the dice.
Yeah, the Beast has to do something on the flank here. At least find one frag. They're ready for it, though. The pre-fire's good. A Beast down for the count. Gunfight's also being round in front of point. Trunks will get 2 with a Purifier. Is that the in for GODLike? You've lost 1 player down to the final 4.
They managed to get themselves in. They need those reinforcements very, very quickly, but XROCK don't have the numbers to answer back just yet. They're waiting for their moment. Suono is going to pull out the Sparrow. There's 2 kills to fall through. Prevail and the Bees have combined very, very well. There's been investment from either side, but XROCK are coming out on top. It's a 1 versus 5 needed for Prevail. Onto the point he goes. Has he got time yet to get a hold of it? They've got to get there so quickly. Prevail has equalized out. It's the 1v5 from Prevail. Cannot find it. No, sticks a grenade at his feet, and that was so doable.
Yeah, and that's a good investment of the equalizer as well. Even though it doesn't do anything, there is a realistic chance if that nade does not connect that he actually gets pretty much all of those players. The equalizers are just that good. So that was the right decision, the right play call there in the moment, but ultimately it does not work. GODLike, just a hair's breadth away from taking a round off XROCK there. And now they have to stop XROCK. You've got the offense previously, and they're doing the same kind of strategy once more. It's a 4-5 stack towards A.
The win behind the sails here for the side of XROCK. It feels that way. 2 clutch-up rounds have come on through for them. GODLike have fallen to the wayside, even with some really good play from them. They've seemed resolute. But how much metal have they still got in this game? Prevail and Learn will start to find a couple of kills, though, so that might just help them out on this defensive side. But no, now starting to push forward, just trying to put down the hurt where he can. The rest of the team here as well. Now they will eventually get themselves an opportunity to push forward. You can see on the other side of things, a potential spawn trap coming through from MA does not find it. So XROCK haven't really made too much of an inroad here. 2 ticks towards A is all they have. They may well find the third very, very shortly, though.
It should be said this is an important defensive round here. If GodLike can do this without giving A away, they might well get a defensive round number 5, and they're utilizing their operators to get it done. Neutrino's already found a couple of kills here. Sinuo next up to the chopping block. He's going to run out of War Machine pellets to get it done. Does not matter, you've got a B's there for the help. So A is no longer an option here for XROCK. 50 seconds, you're going to have to go for plan B quite literally, and with that kill from Mart, the opening has now been made, but it's going to be a while before he gets the resources. Mart needs to do a little bit more damage, and he knows it as well towards the middle of the map. Will not be able to get that kill on towards Trunks, but at the very least there, it was a good effort.
Hostile hunter killer drone.
And now back on the cards here for XROCK. Chopping and changing between which way they're going. GodLike just having to commit to something. A may well be gone. They've sent too many numbers over towards B. You need to do something special if you've got like over towards A. It's not going to happen. So they set themselves up for B. The lives are dead even. A minute and a half to go. XROCK have time to defend, but GodLike are happy to sit tight here. They have had some opportunity to set themselves up over towards B. It will be hard for XROCK to break this down, you would think.
And GodLike have more players on the point. There's actually a lot of them very far removed from it. I think they're very concerned about potential flanking player, but that's not where, for the most part, this pressure is coming from. Does not matter, though, for GodLike. They're winning all of these fights around the point. A couple of players through the middle of the map. This will be a late hit from a Bees as well. Is it going to be timed well against these players? 2NM. Opening things up with that kill. No. Going to get the second, and there goes Suno as well. Here comes the investment from XROCK. They want to get this done now.
Oh, that's a big grenade coming through from Neutrino, though, and the big one from Prevail as well. That's operator shut down. No equalizer now available, and of course GodLike will have that available at some stage during this defense if they can continue to hold on. War Machine being wrong out, doesn't find anything, so big investment coming from XROCK, they find nothing for it.
Yeah, and GodLike are now back towards the point as well. They were held back. If he could have found something there with the War Machine, that would have been huge for XROCK, but it does not work. Now GodLike, I believe they've got Trunks or Beezix this time, excuse me, in that position once again to try and distract XROCK, but they quickly deal with him. So that's one problem out of the way here, Tun. And now GodLike looking to try and hold on towards this point. XROCK, they have to hit this as a team, but look at this flanking play potentially coming through from Neutrino.
Neutrino was the one that found the grenade kill. On to no when those equalizers come through. Do they know that this is coming? Yes, they do, but a distraction tactic, they will slow them down. Mal will pull out the Annihilator, though, and is this now going to be such a big problem for them? Doesn't find that second shot, maybe a little bit nervy. XROCK now in a 6 versus 6 with the kill starting to come through for them. Neutrino will find one back with the War Machine, but Sunuo once again is clutching up where needed. 12 seconds to go. It's a 5 versus 3. XROCK are running away with this one. Everyone from GodLike, it's starting to fall. They don't have the time, they don't have the numbers, they do not have the facilities to win this game. XROCK will advance on to Championship Sunday. They make mincemeat of GodLike, a 3-0 win. GodLike put up a fight, but not nearly enough. XROCK take that.